discover and uncover. See, my job is take the spark and fan it. When it starts to become a little flame, I feed it. And I feed the fire until it becomes a roaring blaze. And then when it becomes a roaring blaze, I pour huge logs on. Then you really got a fire going.
If it doesn't work, then you can leave. So I said, okay, bet. So I did everything he told me to do, and I won. And then one day he used to say, listen, you have the chance to change your life, your family's life. You could be something very special. Don't you want to be champion? You could be champion of the world. And I didn't pay no attention to it. He said, really? You could be champion of the world. You could devastate the world. No man can take what you did. You just gotta believe it. And I started believing in this old man. I stopped being a little thief. I used to go back to New York and rob people and then come back upstate and hide out. Then I stopped doing all that. I changed my whole life.
The physical part of boxing is so minor that most people would never believe it or accept it. Because in my opinion, the mind and emotions about something...
He just talked to me for like 2 or 3 weeks about fighting and the psychology of fighting. And what fighting was truly about. Fighting wasn't nothing physical, it was all spiritual. And he was saying, if you don't have the spiritual warrior in you, you'll never be a good fighter. I don't care how big or strong you are. And he explained that to me.
Fear is something which has to be controlled. I always compare it to fire. Fear, like fire, must be controlled. And once it gets out of control, like fire, you destroy everything around. Not only you can make it work.
We started fighting. I had my first amateur fight, and I was so scared. And I went downstairs, and I said, man, I should get on this training. If never come back, I wanted to get on the training and leave. I was so scared, but I put myself together with the discipline I learned from Cuz, and I went in the ring. I scored a 3rd round knockout.
The fighter who controls his fear can now function in a manner far over and beyond anything he's capable of before. Fear is your friend, and if we don't panic, we maintain a discipline and a control over them, we can use them, and they not only will help us survive so powerful that in time you can get to overcome almost anything.
That's why once I got involved with Cuz, I was a young boy, but once he spoke with me every night about discipline and character, I knew nobody was nobody physically was gonna fuck with me again. Cause I knew back then, man, I can't even say it. Cause I knew I would fucking kill them if they fucked with me.
I can say honestly, I have a very deep affection for him, I do.